Hello, how are you doing? Welcome back. I hope you guys are doing good. I wanted to tap in, and I also wanted to say that I'm sorry if the readings have been a little intense. I was triggered, very triggered in the reading yesterday, and the reading before that, but the energy seemed to have shifted, and I keep hearing this message, for better or for worse, and I keep seeing the polarities, like literally I'm watching everything play out. I'm watching the polarities play out in people around me, and it's just really, really interesting. So I just wanted to say, like, I'm very grateful to be able to read for y'all, because not only am I seeing all these really great things happening for people but I'm also seeing things falling away and coming to an end for others. And I experience that on my own level too, but Spirit's been really drawing me to see this happen in the collective that surrounds me, and just in my immediate, vicinity, in terms of even through social media and stuff. And so it's just been really, really interesting, man. And it's just like I feel like personally there's been a massive shift, just within the last reading that I did. I've been going through my own personal transformation. I mean, we've been doing this together for a while, but I really want to try to show up for you guys even when I'm going through my processing, because I feel like it's important for me to speak on the things that I experience and go through the tarot, because I feel like it also helps you guys. But that said, man, we're just gonna hop into the reading. If you do want to book a personal, everything is in the description. I will never contact you for a reading in any way, shape, or form. My new single is also in the description, called The Magician. I just want to thank you guys for all the love you do show, all the likes and the subscribes and the follows. Subscribes and follows are the same thing, excuse me. I just wanted to say thank you, and that I really appreciate you guys. And it's one of those things where it's like I find it hard to show up sometimes, and like you guys showing the love that you do show me, and like validating my experiences, and it really helps me to continue doing this, you know what I mean? Because you guys know this journey can be difficult. So I'm really grateful to be able to do this with you guys, man. But I'm not going to take too much more of your time. Let's just go ahead and hop into it. We're going to take a deep breath, say a prayer, and get into the reading. All right, pray to God, Spirit, my guides, my angels, and my ancestors to help the collective see the clearest messages for the highest good of all involved in our love and relationships, and anything that we need to know, see, or hear in our lives for a timeless reading. I'm just going to start calling them timeless readings, because even though I call them love readings, we have like all this different stuff coming out. So they're just timeless readings, man. If you don't resonate with this, you can go back and watch a video that I posted in the past. I would recommend going like off the title. Obviously that's what you would have to go off, but if there's something that resonates off of a title, I would recommend going off of that. Yeah, but so this for better or for worse energy that's been coming up, it's really interesting to me. I'm going to see what the cards say about this, but that's what I'm saying. It's already kind of exemplified in what came out. So we have the Three of Swords, we have the Star, and then we have the Ace of Cups. So that's pretty identical. And then we have Justice. And so for better or for worse, man. And I feel like this is the energy that's coming through. It's like things have to be left behind for new things to begin. I mean, it's the process of life and death in a sense, you know what I mean? Just symbolically. It's just one of those things where it looks like something is coming to an end in order for something new to begin. Okay, we can look at this a few different ways. I feel like justice is being brought to somebody's life. If you are in this situation where you've been dealing with somebody who's not been treating you very well, they've been leaving you heartbroken, it doesn't look like that's going to last very long. I mean, take the time you need to heal from it, for sure. But just know that the Spirit is here bringing you all of these new opportunities, man. Like this right here, I would say it could just very well be wish fulfillment in love, man. This can be like a new beginning in love. Ace of Cups and the Star, and it's like, after, I feel like we've just gone through this massive shift collectively this past week alone has been intense, man. And to the point where, like, I even felt like I needed to apologize in the community tab because of how intense the readings were. I can't really control the intensity of the energies, of course, but I just have a lot of compassion for people that have to go through this, because I go through this myself. And so it's one of those things where it's nice to see that we're coming out of this energy. And if this is somebody you're dealing with, it looks like somebody is now seeing the truth of a situation, right? I feel like the light has been shown on whatever it was that was keeping somebody in this heartbreak space. And I'm picking up on this energy too, man, where it's like somebody has been operating in a particular way because they were in this space. And so I feel like the Spirit's going to ask you to really show this person love and compassion if you have the opportunity to do so. The same way you show it to yourself, show it to other people, man. If people's intentions aren't really out to get you, which usually is not the case, man, then like giving people the benefit of the doubt can be really beneficial for long-term relationships, right? Because everybody has their own trauma and triggers, and they have their own healing process. And like we talked about in the last reading, it's not something you can necessarily stop. You can't stop somebody's healing process. You also can't speed it up. You kind of have to just let people go through their healing process, right? But if there's been a period of time where you've been feeling heartbroken about a situation, I feel like that has shifted. I feel like that's part of the shift I'm picking up on. It looks like there has been something, maybe you saw something, maybe there's just something Spirit brought to your attention that is letting you know that there is still hope in a situation, right? I know for me personally, like I've been having a lot of trouble just maintaining faith in general, like moving forward in life and love. You know, when you go through a lot of terrible things in life, it can be hard to maintain that faith, right? And it was really funny because I was just like I was just doing my thing. I was getting ready for the end of the night, and I just kind of got into that space. And then I finished watching the rest of the Lord of the Rings. I was watching just the first one. I hadn't really seen it in a long time, and it's been so long I didn't remember it. And the funny thing is, the first thing I saw in the scene, it was I don't know if you guys know or are familiar with the movie, but Boromir, one of the guys that's in the little nine, the little, you know, little collective going, the Fellowship of the Ring or whatever. That's exactly what he was saying. He was sitting down, they were in the elf forest, whatever it's called, and he was basically just saying, he was just like, you know, my people have lost so much, they're losing hope in this and that. And it was just funny to see that be the first thing I see, because it's really easy to get into that space. And that's also why I wanted to hop on, just to let you know that it's like, if you're losing faith in whatever it is you're trying to manifest or move forwards in, just know that there's always hope. And that even if you feel like you're losing faith, like Spirit will always be there to guide you and protect you, even when you're losing faith. I think that's part of the process of building faith, is when your faith wanes, Spirit comes in and shows you like there's no reason to lose faith. Like and just ask, man, if you really feel like you need your faith restored in love, in career, in spirituality, whatever it is, just ask the divine, ask your guides, angels, and ancestors to restore that for you, to bring that balance into your own perception. I feel like this is a change in perception that we're also tapping into here. It's reinventing the faith within you in order to actually accept this when it comes in, right? If this hasn't already come in for you, when you do get these wish fulfillments in love, and you do get these new beginnings and these new relationships that you've been trying to manifest, just make sure your heartbreak isn't stopping you from actually moving forward in it. I mean, it's okay to be heartbroken and to be sad, and especially if this is somebody that has made you feel this way. I can't necessarily say people can make you feel a way. I feel like it's more our reaction to how people act, because a lot of the times people's actions aren't related to us. More often than not, they're really not, right? And so I feel like Spirit's bringing our attention to this energy of recognizing that it's just this energy of like, somebody is willing to put in the work and to bring balance to a situation if they have caused any kind of harm, or they have hurt you in any kind of way if they didn't mean to. I don't feel like it was intentional. And I feel like that's going to be either discussed, or that's going to be something that you're working through internally, and then we'll have the opportunity to work through that with somebody else. If this isn't somebody that you're dealing with, or you don't have any desires for anybody from the past, or there's nobody that you have your eye on and there's no conflicts with anybody, then this to me is just looking at the internal state. Letting yourself feel what you feel, man. Feel the heartbreak, feel the disappointment, feel everything that you need to, and then let it go. It's almost like just detaching from that energy as a whole, like kind of watching your emotions flow like a river, right? And just watch them flow by, and as they flow, let them go. And there's no reason to attach to that. It's to understand that it's all part of the process of healing, right? And it's not a linear process. It's cyclical, and it's things that you think you may have healed, and you may revisit it at another time, whether that's through somebody that you're dealing with or somebody new, to really help you step into this space to allow you to manifest these kinds of energies. Okay, let's go and pull some more cards. See what I'm saying? The energies are way less intense today, man. I don't know if it was just me being triggered or you know what I mean. Energies were intense yesterday, and so it's nice to see that things are clearing up for a lot of us here, and just being able to see things reflected in my own perception and watching everybody, excuse me, step into these new spaces, man. It's really beautiful to see. Okay, we got a little stack. I'm just going to take that. Bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Cups. This came out in the short reading we did. We have the Four of Cups. We have the King of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, the World, Judgment, Strength, Knight of Pentacles, or no, Page of Pentacles. So we have a lot of page energy. Again, I feel like somebody here is realizing they may have made the wrong decision, but I don't feel like they're staying there. I feel like this is somebody who is making the decision to walk away from something. It's like something that has been going on for a long time, and I don't know if this is you or this is somebody you're dealing with. I feel like somebody here has just felt stuck in a situation, right? They didn't know which way to go. This is what the Four of Cups is to me. It's like not knowing which way to go. It's like not knowing what you want, not knowing exactly what's happening. And I feel like because there was a lot that was clouding your perception, and I don't know if this is you or somebody else, somebody here has had their perception clouded due to what I would imagine can be, I mean, every relationship is karmic to some degree, but we can just call it like a karmic relationship or just a karmic cycle. I feel like there's been an old cycle that has been playing out here, and I feel like that's finally coming to an end, right? The confusion is coming to an end. The bad decisions are coming to an end. I feel like somebody here is standing up for themselves, standing in their power, and not accepting anything less than what they deserve, because you do deserve the best, right? And you know what I mean? I feel like everybody deserves to be loved. You are no different. Your person is no different. The karmics, if you want to call them that, are no different. We are all karmics in another person's story. I don't really want to I don't like sitting here and bashing people for being in a karmic cycle with another person, whether or not you consider somebody to be your person or not. The fact of the matter is, I feel like everybody in a situation should be respected in terms of them healing through what they need to heal through, being grateful that we are all helping each other heal in different ways, even though it may not always feel that way and it may not always be fun, or you know what I mean, there's always going to be conflicts in relationships, but recognizing that these situations are really serving a deeper purpose of our growth here, and it's really helping us step into our power. Like, this is what we've been talking about. This is what we're doing. We're stepping up. We're basically just showing out for ourselves at this point, and we're not really going to be accepting this kind of energy, this wishy-washy, no thank you, yes thank you, or no thank you, yes please energy. Just not doing that, putting an end to that, standing up for yourself, staying firm about what it is you want. You're staying true to your morals and your values, and that is what allows these new things to come in, because you're not falling back into your old ways, right? And then it's like we have a graduation here. Went from the Page to the King. It's not the Emperor, but we're not looking at it like that. We're looking at it from just these here, from the Page to the King. It's one of those things where it's like, okay, I just feel like there's some serious clarity coming in, dude, and I feel like somebody here wants to tell you what's been going on. I feel like somebody here wants to, I don't necessarily know if this is moving fast. It could be moving fast. I mean, we have the Knight of Cups at the bottom of the deck, so this could just be somebody who has deep feelings for you. But it's more than just that. It just feels like somebody, they really want to take this seriously. I don't feel like they took this seriously in the past. I think they were in this very inconsistent page energy, and yes, there were emotions, but there could have also been emotional manipulation, right? And I don't necessarily know what it feels like to me. Honestly, it feels like this is somebody around your person who is doing this, and now it looks like somebody here has cut that off, right? And you can look at that with the Knight of Swords. Could be like, yes, communication and stuff, but to me, the Knight of Swords is somebody who is charging forward and taking action, being cautious and safe about it. If you guys remember from the Hieronymus Bosch deck, the way we've been tapping into Knight energy is taking action, but planned action, organized action, and not just going off at the handle. This looks like somebody who is very stable, okay? I feel like it's either you walking away from something that's been unstable towards something that is going to be stable, or somebody doing that to, like, okay, sorry, either you doing that or somebody you're connected to doing that to move towards either you or a new relationship or new direction, or you doing this to do the same to move closer to somebody, or however that looks, man, right? But I do feel like there are going to be some fears holding us back. I don't know if it's like holding it back per se, but we have the Knight of Wands, right? And that's just fears, that's anxiety, it's just things that aren't necessarily actually happening, but it's in the mind, okay? So if this is something where your person is, I don't know, it just feels like if there's been somebody moving very, very slowly, being slow to come forward, even though you know that there's a mutual attraction, there's mutual feelings, mutual desires, goals, morals. If there's been any slow or held back energy, it just feels like because somebody is afraid. And I don't know, this is coming from the past. I mean, these fears come from our past experiences, and so I feel like either you or your person are walking through this type of fear energy in order to move in a new, more stable direction, right? Because I feel like that's all great to have feelings for somebody, but what does that mean if you don't have the stability that's required to maintain that? Okay, we're going to pull one more before moving to a new deck. Yeah, we have the Eight of Swords, and so we're going from the 9 to the 8, and I feel like it just feels like almost like a regressive type of energy. I'm going to be completely honest. It's one of those things where somebody, it's at one point they're like, yeah, let's do this, and then they kind of, the fears get in the way, and then they feel stuck, right? And it's something where regardless of whether there's the desire to do this or there's emotions there, the fact of the matter is somebody here needs to heal from the past. They need to heal some things before really moving forward, right? I think more than anything, this is spirit just coming through to let you know that it's like there is somebody around you that does have this desire to actually make an offer. I don't know what that offer is going to look like. This could be you making an offer to somebody. This could just be a mutual decision to embark on something stable. But it's a need to let go of the fears, man. And I feel like it's really easy to let those fears hold us back in any kind of relationship, whether that's career or love. And understanding that it's like those fears are natural. That was also what was coming up in the shorter message today, is these fears are natural. When you're moving into a new relationship and you're embarking into this new direction, a lot of fears are going to come up. You know, just even preemptively before you move in that direction. Now my throat is acting up. So that could be somebody here just may be afraid to talk about what has happened. I mean, I think somebody here has been stuck for a long time, and I don't necessarily feel like this is you. I feel like if this is somebody coming towards you, man, they've been stuck for a long time. They've been trapped in a situation that was emotionally unfulfilling. It was unaligned with what they want to experience, and it looks like they were trapped out of fear. But again, man, it looks like this person's freed themselves from that, dude. And it's kind of what we were seeing with the last reading yesterday, which is why it was so intense. I feel like what was happening was, one thing I've noticed, man, is I do read for a smaller collective, right? And I'm very grateful for y'all. But I noticed that I also tap into people like just that I'm connected to in general, whether that's romantic, platonic, familial. All of these energies tend to come into my readings, and so I really do my best to separate all of them, because I do feel like we all go through very similar experiences, which is why I feel like I connect with different people over the course of my life to be able to speak on this. Whether or not they watch my readings, I do think it's because we tend to go through very similar things, right? And so a lot of the times it's one of those things where I feel like you're starting to see these cycles for what they are, and I feel like your person or somebody that you are interested in or that wants to make an offer to you is seeing that as well. And I feel like that's just freeing themselves. If this could be a regressive energy, right? But I feel like the energy that was coming out yesterday, it was somebody that was connected to somebody you may be interested in. That's what it felt like to me compared to the energy we're reading today, right? Because that energy seems to have cleared out. It feels a lot lighter. It feels like there's blockages being removed, and there's forward movement and all these kinds of things. I wouldn't even be surprised if we got some sort of chariot energy, although we aren't using this deck. We didn't get the chariot, but it feels like the chariot, right? And so it's one of those things, man, where things are being cleared, things are being let go of. There's a need to just be patient and let things play out as they do. Trying not to control things, because trying to control things is just going to hold things back, right? You kind of have to let the divine do what the divine does. Take action when you're guided to take action, and know when to pull back, right? It's one of those things where you can't force things to move in a direction. You can take the action action steps you're guided to take to move in that direction. And I feel like that's what Spirit is also asking of you, to just see if you're really truly ready to move in this new direction, because it is going to require a lot of you. And that's why I see we had the page to the king, because it's like, it's one of those things where it's needing to utilize everything from your past to move in this new direction, right? It's pulling out all of your tools from the toolbox, from your relationship experiences, whether that's love, romantic, friends, family, work, whatever those situations were for you. It's needing to use that knowledge and wisdom when moving forward. Okay, starting out bottom of the deck, we have Prince of Birds. It says friendship, helpfulness, and gratitude. Okay, so I do feel like there is somebody here who wants to, it just feels like this is going to start as a friendship. If this is somebody new coming towards you, it's somebody that does have the intention of stability and actually wanting to, do life with you or whatever that may be. But I do feel like it's going to have to be something that starts, small. Like, it's the thing about this card, if you guys remember from the book, this is somebody who already has so much. They have enough berries. They got 2 big old berries, and then they're still getting help from this duck. First duck in the deck. I'm always gonna, every time I see this card, it's first duck in the deck, because it was the first time we ever seen a duck on this channel, and I really like ducks, so I was like, you know what, first duck in the deck. Okay, and this is what I'm seeing here, man. Somebody here, it's like they want to make an offer, but they may not be able to offer. I don't know, it's not even not that they can't offer what you want. It's more so, it's like this energy of like somebody isn't sure if what they have is enough. I feel like this person doesn't know if what they have to give you is going to be enough for you. I don't know if this is you in this energy. If it is, I just want you to know that you are enough, and you always will be enough, and always have been enough. And if anybody's ever made you feel otherwise, that's just them projecting onto you, and you will always be enough. And if this is somebody coming towards you, just know that, like, if they may not be fully giving and investing, it might just be because they feel like they're not good enough, or they don't have a high sense of worth. That's what I'm feeling. We got Queen of Books. It says intelligence, advice, intuition, and observation. And then we got the Conjurer, which is the Magician. Abilities, creation, and deception. So yeah, and then we got Ace of Berries at the bottom of that. And then so it says harmony among all living things, happiness and joy. Ace of Berries is essentially a combination of the Ace of Cups and Ace of Pentacles, because these are, it's like earth and water, I think, for this one. Bottom of the deck for this, I mean, dude, I don't know what else to say. We got Table of Plenty, and we got the Lovers, man. So this is kind of like I don't know what card it is in the deck, but it's success, fruits, reward, and capitalism. And I just feel like you're going to be seeing some major movement in a relationship, dude, and I don't know, this doesn't necessarily feel like it's something completely new. I feel like this is something you may have already had experience with in the past with the Queen of Books, right? This to me feels like somebody that's been kind of keeping their distance. They've been kind of mulling it over in their head, trying to figure out, how to move forward. What can I say? What can I offer? If they've caused you any heartbreak, it feels like they want to try to fix that with you. I don't know whether you're going to be open to that. It looks like you will be. I'm not going to make the decision for you. I don't really like to be like, oh, you will or you won't be open to this, because, dude, time and energy are shifting, and this is a general reading, so it's like you may be open to it, you may not be open to it. It really depends, man. Like, I know for me, there's people from my past I'm not open to at all. Like, there's really not anybody, maybe I can't really think of many people that I would really be open to, hashing things out. Maybe just like an apology and some clarity and go our separate ways. And then there's the other hand of the situation that I'm picking up on, where somebody wants to make some kind of offer. They want to work on this relationship. They want to actually work towards this Table of Plenty, this fulfilling type of energy. I want to know, though, what card does this represent? It's card 10. I don't know. I don't have the numbers memorized in the tarot. Table of Plenty might not even be one. It doesn't even, wait, they have like a whole section. It's not telling me. I don't know. I think there's like a section that tells you what it's supposed to represent, because I'm just curious, like, what card 10 is in the tarot. I don't even necessarily know. And that's not, I'm not seeing anything that's telling me like what it represents. So I'm just going to go ahead and leave it there. It is an abundant card. To me, it feels like a 10 card, right? It's like completions, ending of cycles, ending of old cycles. And I feel like with the Lovers here, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, man. There's something coming in here that is going to be a very stable new beginning. And I feel like this is after a period of some very serious conflict that you've worked through. And keep in mind, dude, it's like conflict is a natural process of relationships. That is what helps relationships get stronger. That is what strengthens bonds, is conflict. There is such a thing as healthy conflict. I'm pretty sure we've talked about this before. But there's a difference between healthy conflict and conflict that keeps repeating with no growth. And I've experienced both of those. And it's one of those things where you can have an issue with somebody, or somebody can hurt you, or you can hurt somebody, or you can hurt each other unintentionally, and that can create a conflict, right? And there can be a conflict of interest. Maybe you met this person when they were in a relationship, and so you were naturally trying to keep your distance and didn't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but you know what I mean? Like, it's a complicated dynamic when it comes to third party stuff, but that energy can clear out, and then you can have the opportunity to clear conflict with this person, and whatever conflict was brought about can be resolved, and that can lead to either you in a committed relationship with this person, or just strengthening your bond. If this is like friendships or family, you can have that conflict, resolve it, and strengthen your relationship. However, this can also happen where you have these conflicts with people and there's no resolution because either one or both people aren't willing to see the other side or grow. And there's no resolution, and then the same thing keeps happening. You keep arguing and fighting about the same thing because either one or both people are so stuck in their point of view that there's no resolution there. That doesn't look like this is the case. I just wanted to exemplify the difference between healthy conflict and conflict that can lead to just toxic dynamics, because it is very possible. Any healthy, oh my God, excuse me, I can't speak. Any healthy relationship has the potential to become toxic. Everybody has that potential. We've all been toxic in our own ways at some point. But aside from the point, let's get off of that. It just looks like something you've been trying to manifest is coming in. Okay, I do feel like you may need to take some time to think this over. You're probably, more than likely, as we always do, going to have to use your intuition here. If this person is coming forward and they're writing in, hot and heavy, and they're making all these, lofty promises, be sure to take the time to give this person a chance to prove themselves, right? If this is somebody who hasn't given you that proper energy in the past, it looks like there has been some regret there about that. Give them the chance to tap into that, to tap into their power. Let them step up, right? If you feel like you resonate with divine feminine energy more, this could be you needing to step into your masculine energy a little bit more, or vice versa. Bringing those two things into balance. And I feel like when it comes to divine relationships, both people are in that space of bringing everything into balance. Regardless though, man, this is a really beautiful reading, and I'm so happy to read for this because the past two readings have been tough and intense, and there's been a lot of energetic fighting. There was just a lot of conflict energy and all these things that were coming to light, and Spirit just said no more. And this is what came out yesterday. Spirit stepped in, put its foot down, cleared things out, blockages being removed, and now that's what's allowing for these new things to come in because you stayed fast to the path. Excuse me, sound like a duck. Oh my God, my voice. You stayed to the path. You stuck true to your morals and your values. You stayed true to yourself. You didn't let people bring you out of character, and that is why you're getting these new beautiful opportunities in love, man. If this could also be in career. Table of Plenty can represent you moving up in the career space. We have the Queen of Books, can represent pentacles and material wealth and abundance. Keep in mind, wealth does not always just have to be financial, man. Emotional, mental, spiritual, physical wealth, health, having good people in your life that truly love and care about you and want to see you do well, that's wealth. Having a solid internal state, that's wealth. I think I'm probably going to cut the reading because my voice is just getting all kinds of crazy. So let's just go ahead and pull one last card of advice, and we'll end the reading there. Excuse me, man. My voice just got all... I know... got all kinds of crazy. It's kind of clearing up a little bit, but... I think because I'm talking really loud and clearing a bunch of shit out of my throat. I don't know. Final messages here for Spirit. What do you got for us in the collective? Okay, looks like we got a little stack. I don't know if we're going to be able to get through it in time. We only got a few minutes. Baron of Coins, which is essentially kind of the Knight of Coins. Wasting money, loss of money, sham charity. So I would say just watch your money right now. We have the Dreamer. We got a lot, dude. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get through this. We have the Dreamer. It says sleep, dreams, visions, and inspiration. We have the Surgeon, health removal of blockages, like we just said, unnecessary worry. So if you've been worrying about something, I feel like there is a dream that's coming to fruition here. If you've been worried about this happening, Spirit's coming through to let you know this is happening. Yes, your dreams are attainable. The things you want are attainable. Just keep remaining faithful and hopeful and keep showing up for yourself. Don't, at the very least, don't give up on yourself, right? Never give up on you. You're the only one that needs to be supporting yourself at the end of the day, right? And not saying that other people can't help and support you and that the divine can't support you, but I feel like the whole purpose of this channel and the whole purpose of the work I do is to be able to be self-reliant, but still accept help from when it is offered or when you need it. It's a balance, right? So again, blockages being removed, dreams are coming to fruition. Keep staying faithful. King of Books, we have counterparts here with the Queen of Books, hidden knowledge, wise counselor, old age. Boom. Try to go through these fast. We're almost out of time. Paradise, this is trusting your intuition. I'm trusting the divine to help you. Let the divine help you. Let the divine show you and reinstate your faith, right? It says peace, pleasure, and communication. So this could be somebody coming forward to actually speak about this relationship here. Again, I feel like this is something you've been wanting for a while with this person, and it feels like you may very well be getting that opportunity, okay? So let's see, we have Knight of Books. It says arguments, new ideas, and teaching, right? So there may be some arguments coming forward in this situation. King of Vessels, there may just be some things to discuss. A fair man, humility, gathering, blessings through work. We are, I got like a minute. King of Skates, we already got this one last reading. Lack of help, distractions, and self-centeredness. Ace of Coins, yep, financial success, riches and wealth. Sin of Sloth, laziness, sleep, tiredness, rest, relaxation, home life. Back to the King of Books. So while this is really great and I'm really happy for you for this new opportunity to work through stuff, you know, don't let the outside voices, don't let the external people distract you. You know, if you love this person, you love each other, you want to work on this, don't worry about the people that have shit to say, man. Let them talk their shit, live your life, love who you love, and let that be what it is, within reason, right? You know, like, don't be weird about it and shit. But I love you guys. I'm out of time. I'd love to continue this, but I am out of time. So I love you. If you want to book a personal, everything is in the description. I will never contact you for a reading. New single, The Magician, also in the description. But that said, man, I love you. Thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Goodbye.